were made to be courageous. We were made to be courageous.
Hey guys, sorry I've not updated in a while. Figured it was probably time to do that now. Now that I've got a whole bunch of like 3 pages worth of news to share with you guys. I'm staring into a very bright light and it is very distracting. So it's been rumored that the Wii U was targeted to come out around June of next year. But apparently things aren't going as well as Nintendo would like. So it might be coming out September, but don't panic. You know, it's best that they just hammer out all the problems before launching it, like certain other consoles. You know, Red Ring and all. Who knows what I'm talking about though. There's a game called Beyond the Labyrinth. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but it does look really pretty. Yes, you're pretty too. I don't even think the girl that you see in the pictures is the main character, just a helper. I think you're the main character and you're just following her and she's giving you hints or something. I don't know, but being a big fan of Greek myth, and this being a title that has Labyrinth in it, I'm a little bit interested. When a game company makes an amazing game, they usually don't let it just sit by itself. They usually give it a companion. Such is the case with Epic Mickey. Epic Mickey is getting a second game, and in it you can have 2 players. You can have Mickey wielding his magic paintbrush, and Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, who has a helicopter, or will be using his ears as a helicopter, kind of like Tails uses his tail as a helicopter, and some electricity-based power. This game won't just be for the Wii. It will also be because everyone else is jumping on the motion control bandwagon, out for Xbox 360 Kinect and the PS3 Wandy thingy. New details on The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. New box art has been released, along with some information of what you'll get when you buy it. There'll be 2 versions. There'll be Skyward Sword, just the game, and then there'll be the box version with the golden Wii remote, and in them Nintendo will be hiding a CD with The Legend of Zelda 25th anniversary music, but I don't know for how long they'll be out, so if you have the money, I would suggest buying it now. Along with that Skyward Sword information, I'm going to add on this 100. 100 is the number Miyamoto is using to describe The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Miyamoto has said that it's taken a team of 100 5 years to complete The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Those same over 100 people have created over 100 minutes of cutscene to help craft the story of the game. You might be worried that the Skyward Sword would be just a movie. It doesn't seem too long when you compare it to the 50 to 100 hours worth of gameplay. Now, as Nintendo Fangirl points out, it looks like we might get to learn a little bit more about the Sheikah. If you remember in Ocarina of Time, there was a character named Sheik who claimed to be a descendant of the Sheikah tribe. And Zelda's nurse was also a descendant of the Sheikah tribe. Now, if I can find it, here's a picture of what Nintendo Fangirl and a lot of people on the internet who have very keen eyes are freaking out about in a good way. There's also being reported that Skyward Sword will have a hint system. I am excited that the hint system is available because it means that Nintendo isn't afraid to make the game difficult, which means the hardcore will be able to go out and bust the game out however they want, while those who may not be as adept to a Zelda game can use this guide to continue on with the story and enjoy it just like the rest of us. Zelda Wiki is reporting that there'll be a boss challenge mode, a second sort of playthrough, and the return of certain weapons that we've enjoyed playing with in the past, such as the double claw shot and gust jar, among with some possible other ones. But what I found interesting so far out of the news that has been released is that there will be a sort of upgrade system to your weapons and items. Here is a video of that. Apparently, you will collect things throughout your journey, not just rupees and hearts. You will take these items to a smithy, and he will rub some sort of goo to your shield and make it stronger. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with that little stamina bar that was up there by the shield that had everybody confused, but this will be something interesting. I want to see how much I can max out my shield and my sword and all my other items. Speaking of Zelda, way back in E3, a couple months ago, Nintendo had told everybody that they were going to be releasing The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords to be downloaded for free on their DSi and 3DS. But they didn't exactly say when. But now you can grab The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Anniversary Edition for your DSi and 3DS starting September 28th all the way to February 20th. The sooner you download it, the sooner you can play it. I had never played the original 4 Swords. I do have the Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventure. The Anniversary Edition will have new levels inspired by the classic Zelda games. And in other slightly Zelda news, Aonuma was talking to Game Informer magazine, and he dropped a few hints about the new Legend of Zelda for the 3DS. He didn't say too much, but he did say that in this, 3D will actually mean something. Now, will there be 3D based puzzles? Or will it just be something cool to look at? I don't know. But I am looking forward to seeing what he does. Recently, a new game for the 3DS has been announced by Square Enix. This game has a very strange title. It is Default Bravely Flying Fairy. It is said to capitalize on the 3DS cameras, possibly even use augmented reality.
Augmented reality is when you have a game that uses a camera and it shows you the regular world, your world, but then it hides the game within your real world, to where if you just happen to lean over, you might find something hidden behind your toaster or something.
There are screenshots of the game, but it doesn't show me too much of what's going on except for a boat and sea. Speaking of the 3DS cameras, the 3DS will be getting an upgrade, software upgrade, don't freak out, where it's able to use the 3DS 3D cameras in recording actual 3D. If you're playing your 3DS, did you ever look at it and say, man, I really wish I had a couple other buttons and another joystick over here? Well, now they finally have one. It is called the 3DS Expansion Slide Pad, and it connects right onto your 3DS. Some people are saying it looks really ugly, and yeah, it doesn't look the best, but I mean, what can you expect from just trying to add something onto something that was already made and expected to be perfect the way it was? But I do think that it looks like it would be more comfortable to hold. Now for some release dates. You will be able to play Mario Kart 7 December 4th, and Monster Hunter 3G for the 3DS December 22nd. Kirby Returns to Dreamland, or Kirby's Adventure Wii, comes out for the Wii October 24th in the US. I'm sorry to tell you, but Kid Icarus Uprising has been moved from January to March. And that's kind of it for the release dates. I'm sorry there wasn't a whole lot more. Some of the things that I'm looking forward to, like Mario Tennis, I'm kind of curious on how that's going to work on a 3DS. And Luigi's Mansion 2 don't quite have a release date yet. And speaking of games that haven't been released yet, I think Yoshi is due for a new standalone game. What's the last one he's been in? 64? In Yoshi's Story? Well, there's finally talk about a new game for the lovable green dragon with a long tongue. And it's going to be developed by Feelgood, the same people who made Kirby's Epic Yarn. And honestly, I can't think of a more perfect team to develop a Yoshi game. Well, that's all the information I got for you today. May the way of the Triforce lead to the hero.